Welcome to New Light Living Podcast. I'm Ulrika Sullivan, and I'm an intuitive spiritual life coach. Today, we're going to talk about how to stay inspired all day and not give in to overwhelm or frustration. Have you ever been lying in bed one morning and you just feel that this day is going to be great? And it starts off great. You get up, you get ready, and out the door you skip, and off you go. And then something happens during the day that makes you feel frustrated, you get off course, and you lose it. Have you ever had that type of day where that is happening to you? Maybe it's because of somebody is cutting you off in traffic. Maybe something just didn't work out the way you had planned, and that throws you off. But more commonly, another person or someone that you are meeting during that day is going to be throwing you off with a comment or an action. And that's the most common reason for being thrown off after a day that starts well. And when you're lying there in bed in the evening, you're wondering what happened? How on earth could this great day that started out so wonderfully turn sour and just feel like a wasted day because of all that overwhelm or frustration that you experienced? So today I'm going to share 3 helpful tips on how to stay inspired all day. The first tip is, and this might be hard to hear because you really have a choice whether you want to engage in an energy that is throwing you off. And this is very hard to realize sometimes because it's very, very easy to pinpoint a reason or someone that made us be all frustrated or threw us off. And when we do that, we are more reactive, if you will, and we go along and engage in that, align with that energy of frustration. So your choice is key here, and that's why I'm bringing it up first. We can't really stay inspired unless we keep ourselves inspired, because a lot of situations around us are going to toss us off. It's not a straight line in a day, right? But instead of engaging in the frustration and in the energy that somebody may be throwing at you, or you're feeling something that's not going well, it is to engage in something that is inspiring you instead. So again, there is a choice in your day. If you get in a situation where you are getting frustrated, you can invite inspiration instead. The second tip is to invite playfulness to the situation. And if you are in a situation that's overwhelming, you find yourself frustrated, invite playfulness. And this may be extremely hard to do. I totally acknowledge that. But when you invite a new thought, that energy quality of creativity into a situation that feels really heavy, you are eliminating the frustration. You are eliminating the overwhelm because they cannot coexist. Newness, creativity cannot coexist with frustration and overwhelm. So how can you invite a new thought, a new opportunity, a new possibility into the situation where you are finding yourself frustrated and overwhelmed? So that is a very powerful tip, but it can be really, really hard to do. You have to be totally present in that moment, but give it a try. The third tip is to invite a higher perspective of the situation. And again, that might be in the moment very far-fetched. But if you can raise the vibration of your thoughts, which is what's happening if you're bringing your perspective to a higher level, almost floating above the situation and you looking down, you can invite a higher frequency, a higher vibration of your thoughts. And that is also a way to stay inspired instead of giving in to that frustrated and overwhelmed energy. I also want to share that I have a previous podcast episode where I share with you 7 tips for instant well-being. And that might be helpful for you too to go through. So I've put the link below for you in case you're interested in listening to that one as well. So how can you stay inspired all day instead of being overwhelmed and frustrated when something unexpected shows up or something is not working out the way you want it to be? These helpful 3 tips of making a choice in the moment if you want to engage in that energy of frustration or not, or would you like to bring your energy to something, focus on something that inspires you, or invite playfulness to the situation? Can you invite that texture of newness or creativity in some way? And lastly, bring your thoughts to a higher perspective, the bigger picture. And that instantly is going to bring the frustration out of the picture, and you can move on from something that you have been maintaining, maybe just from yesterday or for weeks or even for years. Try these tips and let me know in the comments how this works for you.